Hi, this is Dr. Patrick Cohn. I'm here with Brock McCormack, who is our baseball mental coach at Peak Performance Sports. That's at peaksports.com. Today, we're going to talk about how to get mentally prepared for the upcoming ball season this spring. Today, we're previewing our new audio and workbook program, the Mental Edge for Baseball Players and Softball Players 2.0. And we're going to give you some tips that we think will help you get you in the right mind space prior to the season or going into the season this spring. Brock, one of the challenges for our ball players is they might not have played for 2 months, maybe even 3 months, even if they've done spring ball, right? They've had a lot of time off. There may be some rust going on. What type of challenges does that present for ball players or for you when you were playing?
Yeah, so the preseason rust, the off-season rust is a very, very real concern for a lot of players because we're not playing at the same game intensity throughout the off-season as we are during the heart of the season. So concerns about regaining the skills that you might have had can certainly be a very real concern, as well as doubts of whether you can perform as well as you did in previous seasons. Am I going to be able to play as well as I did last year? So kind of matching those previous expectations from the past can potentially lead to some more nerves going into the upcoming season.
Yeah, in the golf world, we call that, playing mid-summer golf, right? When you come out in the spring, you got to dust off the rust. And once you get your game going, you're in mid-season, mid-summer form. So how can we get athletes up to that mid-summer form, or let's say mid-season form in this case, even before the season starts?
One strategy we really utilize in our new workbook and in our coaching is the power of visualization, imagery, rehearsal, whatever you want to call it, the ability to use your brain to create positive images to build that confidence level. For some of our athletes, it's creating a highlight reel. It is watching yourself performing well with your best pitches, your best hits to create that confidence ahead of time so you're not fighting to find it at the last minute.
Love the idea of the highlight reel. But if we want to get ball players up to speed, I think what would be really good is reviewing plays up to speed from last season where you're going to be needing to make really quick decisions and going through and visualizing some of that. If you're a shortstop, being able to pick up that ball automatically and intuitively and instinctively, right? If you're a batter, being able to see the ball early out of the release point. And just visualizing in real time what that's going to look like for you in the spring. Because we know if you visualize and mentally rehearse, that's better than no practice at all. And we think you can get back up to speed. It should be from a first-person, internal perspective. That means you're not necessarily watching yourself on videotape. Instead, you're doing it from your own eyes. Like if you're in the batter's box, you're looking from your own eyes out at the pitcher, and you're feeling your setup and your stance just like you would like you're in the game.
Yeah, and the skill of visualization is very powerful, just like as if you wake up from a nightmare and you can't really tell the difference between what happened in your dream and real life. That's the power of our brain, is it doesn't understand the difference between the image that you're experiencing in your head of that baseball moment and real life. So it very much is simulating exactly what you're going to experience in training. So what an added tool that you can use during the offseason if you're stuck in a gym, if you're in a cold climate, an amazing opportunity to get up to that game focus, that game speed intensity, so that you feel like you're already steps ahead when you actually do get back in the box or out on the mound.
Yes, great. And it doesn't have to be an hour-long mental rehearsal or imagery. You could simply do it for 10 minutes a day or 10 minutes before you go out, step out on the field, either for tryouts or for spring practice.
Yeah, one strategy that I like to utilize with my athletes is you set a timer on your phone, and when the timer goes off, you've completed your visualization. So you know that you're kind of getting in a routine and a rhythm, so you don't feel like, oh, I have to sit down for the next 30 minutes and do this. Start small. Set a 5-minute timer, and that's your time slot to dial in and get focused on creating those positive images.
If you're interested in learning more about our new program, the Mental Edge for Ball Players 2.0, jump over to peaksports.com peaksports.com. Click on our products. Also, if you're interested in coaching with Brock or any one of our team members, you can contact us at peaksports.com. Thanks for joining us.